G'day everyone, my name is Dave, here to help you get the most out of your faith. So today I want to answer the question, what is prayer and how should you do it? Well, by the end of this video, you're going to know what the Hebrew word for prayer is and how you can use that word to communicate with God better. God, I pray that the bumper will roll. Well, if this is your first time here, welcome to my channel. This is the place where I do short devotional videos every week to help you get the most out of your faith. So make sure you subscribe to my channel and then click that little bell icon so that you get notified whenever I post a new video every Thursday. Okay, so what is prayer? Now, I think we all have some idea of what prayer is. I mean, even if you're not a follower of Jesus or religious at all, you've probably seen someone pray. And you most likely understand that prayer is important. I mean, as a wise man once said, you've got to pray just to make it today. That's why we pray. Pray's why we pray. Pray. Yeah. You got to pray just to make it today. That's why you pray. I don't even know if that's how it goes. But for most people, prayer is really just a time when we ask God for things, right?
Dear 8-pound, 6-ounce, newborn infant Jesus.
Because in English, the word basically just means to ask or beg God for something that we need. But I think this means that sometimes our prayers are just like a cold call. You know what I mean by cold call, right? That's when a company you've never heard of calls at the most inappropriate time, usually during dinner. How they know to call just when you're sitting down, I'll never know. And they try to tell you why you should buy a product that you don't even need. That's a cold call. We have this old school landline at our house for those times when we can't reach our daughters on their cell phones. And because it's kind of funny to watch them try to figure out this landline thing. I'm actually not even sure if they know how to dial out. And while I'll never get sick of watching them try to figure out this old phone, it means that we often get cold calls, which makes me wonder how often we cold call God. I mean, let's be honest, how often do you pray only when you need to ask God for something? But prayer is so much more than that. Pastor Brian Houston of Hillsong Church, you've heard of Hillsong Church, right? Says this about prayer. Prayer is a window to opportunities, a doorway to miracles, and a channel for blessings. I mean, that's a tweet right there. And you thought Hillsong only did worship music. Okay, quick, tell me in a comment down below, what is your favorite Hillsong worship song? Hillsong worship song. Hillsong worship song. But did you know that the Hebrew word for prayer used throughout the Bible is Tefillah, which means to judge oneself? See, for the people of the Bible, prayer wasn't just a time when they asked God for stuff. It was a time when they examined themselves and their relationship with God. They used prayer as a way to evaluate their actions, their words, their attitudes, and their relationship with God. So it's okay to ask God for stuff. I believe that He really wants us to do that and that our prayers can change things. But I just think there's more to it than us just cold calling God whenever we want Him to do something for us. Because prayer is not just about communicating with God, it's about communing with God. Let me just say that again. Because prayer is not just about communicating with God, it's about communing with God. And that means we spend time sharing our thoughts and our ideas with God, because prayer is also a time when we get personal with Him. So now I'd love to know your thoughts on this. Will this idea change your prayers today? Will it change the way you pray from now on? Why don't you tell me in the comment section down below? And if any of you need prayer today, why don't you tell us that in the comments as well, so this YouTube family can pray for you. Well, I hope this video was helpful for you. If it was, why don't you give me a thumbs up, share and comment on this video if you liked it. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already, and follow me on Instagram and Twitter at AussieDave. I'll see you next time. You got to pray. Pray, that's why we pray. Pray. You got to pray just to make it today. That's why we pray.